Looking at my field, I'm a physical educator. I teach physical education. Now I am aware there are some exercises that are modeled as a package to improve individual who cannot, function in the normal class.
Okay, thank you very much. Because of time,
Okay,
let me just, I know where you're going to.
All right.
All right, now listen up.
Thank you.
Listen up. Listen up. Let me start from the first stage. Autism remains a condition that is not medical in nature. Let me have that mic. That mic is louder. Autism, not a condition that requires medical attention, so to speak. It's not something you go to and buy paracetamol, Fensik, Buta, and you give, and it goes. No. It's a disorder that requires intense. It's a lifelong developmental issue that does not have time to say 2-3 years this thing is gone. No. If anybody tells you, if any service provider tells you, give me 2 years, 3 years, this is done, is a lie from the pit of hell. Am I communicating? Let's go, but there are effective therapeutical approaches that you can use. I would only tell you to go to your doctor and seek for medical attention if the child has what we call other medical issues underlying comorbidity. There are children with autism, that same child will recommend something for you that can address the medical issue that's underlying. But with autism, sir, you cannot go to the chemist or go to the hospital and they are giving medication and it goes. That's not correct. Let's go to the issue of therapy. There are several effective therapeutical methods that we use in addressing it. But let me point to the physical drills. Physical therapy mainly are for people with cerebral palsy, people with motor issues. But you can also use it for other, including autism. I will tell you why. Physical activities enhances your mental alertness. Yes. If I do not work out for days, it tells on my performance. Do you understand? And some of our children, in the course of engaging them in running, jogging, jumping, you're already teaching other skills. You're teaching instruction following. Taking instruction, you're already following instruction. Jumping 1, 2, you're already teaching numbers. Go run and pick yellow, you're reinforcing color. Am I communicating? And like I told you, for us, there's a routine we follow. For every day they come to the center, we get them to go through physical exercises that are age appropriate. From there, we transit them into what we call sensory integration exercises, where they drink water, we massage them, we do body brushing, we blanket rolling. You know, when you do physical exercises, your system would have been a bit agitated. By the time you get them through that process of blanket rolling, brushing, it calms them down for table walk. Do we understand? Does that answer your question, sir? Great. Next. Okay. Well, after this one, next, then we are moving to the next page. Please, real quick, time is fast spent, please.
Sir, are children born with autism or they can be attacked later in a certain stage of development?
No, put your question well.
I said, are they only born with autism or they can be attacked with the autism?
Okay. Now, did you understand what he said? Let me put it in a more understandable way. His question is very correct, but it might sound confusing to some of you. So listen, let me tell you what he meant. He has admitted that autism is a condition that the child is born with. He's also saying that, imagine that the child is born neurotypically. Can the child be affected by autism after? The question is this: no. The question is what? No. I have seen a teacher who told me that, oh, this child has autism. I said, okay, give me the signs that you saw that made you to say the child has autism. Oh, the child cannot walk. The child cannot talk. The child is sleeping all through. He cannot walk, cannot crawl, nothing. And since the child has been born, cannot walk. That is not autism. That is cerebral palsy. But if I interact with that person, based on if the child is presenting other behaviors that are consistent with autism, then we can say the child has comorbidity. That means the child has autism, also has cerebral palsy. Do we understand? But no child is born, then at the age of certain age, the child start developing. No. If that is what you have noticed, there were signs earlier, but you didn't take note of them. They only became amplified in the future. Do you understand? All right. Any other question? Last one. Last one. No, hold on. No, hold on, please. Sorry. Please. You cut me some slacks. All the people that have asked, they are all men. I need a woman to ask now.
Okay, the illustration that was given about Aaron and his dad. Okay, in the case of handling such a child, and he portrayed such attitude, what were you supposed to do? To get him the food, or did what Aaron's fathers did?
Okay, now listen. Aaron's father did all he could do because he didn't have understanding. If I were to be there, I'll quickly look at the possible triggers for those behaviors. If they're not easily identified, I will just calm Aaron down and move him away. I'm trying to say, I will look at possible triggers of that behavior. There's no time. I would have shown you a video of a child who went to a mall and was pushing video down. You've not watched it? Television of over 5 to 10 million, he was pushing them down. He pushed over 10 television. It got to a point where he was clapping, shouting, clapping. And one man at the background say, God know the kind people they give his kind children serve. If not me, I go throw him enter Jaconde. And I say, that man, two things. He might not have the understanding. But even if he didn't have the understanding, he was too quick to judge. So the man requires some psychotic evaluation. What am I trying to say? As teachers, even as parents, don't be in a hurry to judge. Is that okay? Is that okay? Thank you very much for today. Okay, he says a request. Give him a microphone, please.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Ahmad B. Ibrahim from LA Abaji. Mine is just a request. The lecture delivered by the first lecturer and that of yours, if it will be possible, I prefer the soft copy. See, we have a platform, teachers platform, so that we can send it. Everybody that is in need of it can get it there. Thank you, sir.
Hello. Okay, let me tell you the truth. That request is perhaps everybody's request. Listen, whoever does not share knowledge is stupid. I do it. And I do it with my full chest open. I'm proud to do it. But let me tell you my experiences over the years. This material you're seeing here, if you watch very well, you discover that it was developed, and I said, during COVID and beyond. Who saw it? It was developed. I was contracted. It's actually a free will work. I bought my midnight oil to do it. And it was given to an international organization. Do we understand? Now, I cannot share this slide. Right? No, I can't share it. Apart from the fact that it was developed for an organization, one other major reason why I will not be able to share is this. Like I told you, I will be happy to do it. But there are constraints. You see, when what you have in the head is in the head. But it is good for people to acknowledge source. But it's not just about acknowledging source. Whether I acknowledge the source or not, it's not my business. But when you have a shared, like I've shared it now, there are things you need to hear me speak over and over and over before you understand the concept. Some persons will take it, they will go to the ones they understand, and the ones they didn't understand, they will take it away. Then go and present it. So the document has been watered down. And when I go, because I do this a lot. When I now go out to go and do present, oh, we've seen this before now. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? If you're capable of delivering this lecture, and you tell me you want to go and present, I give you the full authorization to do that. After I'm but one, you can reach 10. You can reach 10. But the experiences we have seen will not allow us to do that. So I humbly and most respectfully decline. Is that accepted? Okay. We have come to the end of this training. Once again, put your hands together for yourself. Before we go, please, I want to ask, I have been expecting one or two representatives of my sponsor talking about Voice and Oxfam. Please, if you are a representative of Voice or Oxfam and you're here, please, can you identify with me, please? Is there anybody from Voice or Oxfam? I told you earlier that this project was sponsored, right? If representative from Voice or Oxfam, please, I would like to see you. Usually we invite them to come and see what we do. You know, whoever gives you support, would like you to be accountable to him. So when I called you out and I was asking you about that food,